Hi, I'm Jen Spencer, and this is Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We have a really special and fun 10-Minute Book Club. My daughters and I are going to talk about our favorite versions of Cinderella. And we had a lot of fun recording this. I think you're going to love it. I'm so excited to introduce my daughters and my daughter-in-law. Okay, readers, thank you so much for being here. I am just really excited for our 10-minute book club tonight because I brought my daughters and my daughter-in-law, and we are going to talk about our favorite versions of Cinderella. So what we're going to do is we're going to go alphabetical by first name. So I'm going to start, but I wanted to introduce you to everybody first. So there's Nicole Thorpe. She's my oldest daughter. Nicole, wave. Hi. Jessica Knowlton. She's my second daughter. Kate Williams. She's my third daughter. And then my fourth daughter, Haley, is very sick, or she would have been here. And
or
then
she's faking it. We don't know.
I don't know. I know that's true. She sounded really sick on the phone. And then this is my daughter-in-law, Kennedy. That's true. And my daughter-in-law Kennedy, who's married to my youngest son Tyler. And so we are just so excited to talk. We love talking about movies, and so we're really excited to talk about our favorite versions of Cinderella. And so we're each going to give our top 5, and I think we're going to, this is what we've decided beforehand. I think I'm going to give my first one, and then we're going to talk about it, stuff like that. So we hope that's okay with you guys, because that's how we're going to do it. So my number 5 is...
Oh, we're going backwards. This wasn't discussed.
It's because one is the big reveal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait, because I wanted you guys to tell the readers a little bit about yourself. So let's go from oldest to youngest.
Hey, I'm Nicole. I have 4 kids. I like to read. I don't know. What else do you want to know? I have nothing. That is me. I have a husband who has a comic book YouTube channel, which is why this is what's behind me.
He does. What's his YouTube channel, just in case any of my readers want to check it out?
Comics.
Yeah. Say again.
Dr. T Comics.
Okay. Yeah.
So if there's any crossover between, romance readers and comic book enthusiasts,
there might be.
Never know.
Okay, Jessica.
Yeah, I'm Jessica Knowlton. I have 3 kids and currently live in Lehigh with my husband, Zach. We're getting ready to move to California at the end of May, the Sacramento area, which is kind of fun, kind of crazy, but...
Because tell us about his exciting job.
Because my husband works for the Sacramento Kings. So he works in the front office, and he always tells people that if you've seen the movie Moneyball, he's the Jonah Hill character. So, but he does stats and data analytics for them, which is really fun. So
that's so fun. And that is a very highly recommended movie, just so everybody knows.
It's Moneyball is a very good movie. And I love to play pickleball. That's what I'd say about myself.
Me too.
Yeah.
Jessica and I are playing in the tournament this weekend together.
We are.
Mother-daughter. So fun. Okay, Kate.
My name is Kate, and I have one son, and I am a teacher. I coach new junior high and high school teachers. And my husband is a do-it-yourselfer, so that's why the blinds are behind me, Nicole. I'm just kidding.
Have a YouTube channel.
No, Austin likes comics. My husband likes to take apart our house and rebuild it. So there we go.
We have Brandon Sanderson and NBA Jam. So
there you go. They are here in spirit.
So, did he do those blinds?
He installed them. Yes.
Oh, that is so great. Is that in your kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Okay, Kennedy.
So I'm Kennedy. I married the youngest, Tyler. We've only been married for a year and 6 months, so no kids. I'm in college, so I'm going to school, and then I'm just working 2 jobs, so working full time. And I like plants and yoga and reading too. I like reading and sports. I like all the stuff.
She's very well-rounded.
Yes, Kennedy has the most interests of all of us.
But I keep telling her and Tyler, they work too hard. They just don't have enough leisure time.
True.
They're hardworking.
Oh, so hard. But when you're going to school, that's how it is. So
Got to pay the bills,
Yep,
got to pay the
that's
bills.
right. That's right. Okay. Sorry, I've got my list here. Okay. Number 5 for me is the Disney animated version of Cinderella, because I just grew up loving that one. That is like, for me, the quintessential Cinderella, even though it's number 5.
That didn't even make my top 5. I show it to my kids and we get to the chicken part where she's feeding them the corn and the mice are still in the corn. They're done.
They don't like it?
Why are those chickens so mean?
Valid.
That was on my list.
That is on your list?
My son had a Cinderella birthday party last year.
Yeah.
He loves Cinderella. So
Yeah,
that's
that was a cute birthday party.
That's your number 4. Yeah. I mean, the songs, bibbidi bobbidi boo. I mean, it's just
Gus, Gus.
it's iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Regardless
Yes.
of whether or not it's entertaining.
I think when he tries to stack the corn, it's really great. So
There's skin.
yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie. So
And
like
there is a cat named Lucifer.
Lucifer, as Gus says. Yeah.
Well, I love that part where the mice make her dress. I mean, they're so resourceful and it's just so
Good friends.
cute. Yeah. How about you, Kendi? Did you have that on your list at all?
It wasn't on my list. My favorite character is Gus Gus. So I liked that about the movie.
Mhm.
Didn't love the prince. I just didn't think he had enough depth to him.
Yeah, he was just
he
could have
just
been
was-
not
no.
very romantic.
No,
Yeah.
so not my favorite.
All
Didn't
those
make
old
my top
all those
5.
old Disney princes, they just like show up at the end. They like don't
Yeah.
exist.
True.
They have no
At the wedding.
personality. They just, But the king in that is really cute, and the Chamberlain,
With his
Oh,
mustache
yeah.
and the
bouncing
steamy
on the
eye.
bed, and he's okay. Okay.
Viewers, don't feel bad if you can't remember. We did some reviewing before this. So if you can't picture the Chamberlain, it doesn't mean you're not a Cinderella fan.
It's true. It's so true.
Have little kids.
Okay, so my number 4, and I almost put this higher, but there are so many really good Cinderella ones. My number 4 is A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray. That is seriously one of my favorite movies. It's so cute and so romantic.
It almost made my list. It's number 6, and it almost made my list purely because of Chad Michael Murray, because I grew up thinking he was just the best. So there you go.
Handsome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy, do you remember a boy?
What's the stepmother? Who plays her in that one?
Oh yeah, that cute lady from Legally
Yeah.
Blonde. I can't think of her name.
No.
She's so cute, and her lips.
Salmon. Yeah. Mhm. I got ya.
I just had Botox.
What's her name?
and
Oh
I
my gosh, I
can't
just saw her in
find-
White Lotus. All right, I'm looking it up. Keep talking.
Yes, Jessica, what were you gonna say?
You remember that I got asked to senior prom with the Cinderella Story movie?
No, did somebody bring it to you?
No, remember the boy that asked me to prom? He made a movie. He used the clip from the Cinderella Story where she's wearing the white mask in the pergola. And he's like, if this movie teaches us anything, it's that a tiny white mask will hide your identity. And then he made a movie of himself doing things around Centerville in a tiny
In a
white mask.
I have no memory of
That's
that.
commitment. Did
Yeah,
that
that's
make your
epic.
list then, Jessica? It should have made your list.
No, but I always thought that's so funny that like she's just wearing a little like masquerade mask. You
No.
can still see her whole face
Whole
and her
face,
eyes.
just a little bit of holes.
Well, that's the
John
point. He
Michael Murray
doesn't
was
see
easy on
her.
the eyes. He didn't need to be super brilliant.
True. Jennifer Coolidge. Excuse
Yes,
me.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Okay,
That's
there
love
we
right.
her,
She
love
was
her.
so
That
cute.
movie was my number 6. It was my honorable mention.
Was
Really,
it?
it's probably tied for number 5.
Yep, I agree.
I love that one. How about you, Kendi? Was that on your list?
It was. I can't remember if it was like, let's see, one, 2, 3, 4. It was number 5.
Nice. Classic.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
good. So good. Okay. My number 3 is Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
I'm sorry. Number
That was my number
3?
1.
Yes. It's easily number 1.
Number 1.
That's the greatest movie of all
It's so
time.
good.
That is without a doubt
Yeah.
number
He
1.
makes her wings.
Oh,
Yes.
Mom, Danielle de Barbarac? I don't
Say it again. The part where you said my name.
It's so good.
No.
And the hot take, Mom. Hot take.
Oh, there's the big reveal. How many of us had that as number 1?
What?
Oh, wow.
All of us.
Mom.
Well, now you're going to be really excited to hear my next 2.
Yes, with the
Oh, no.
stepsister. The
Because
stepsister
what
who's-
did you think beats out Ever After?
the stepsister who's the horse?
Well,
That's one.
and Angelica Houston, she
Oh.
is just, without parallel. She is
It's
so great.
so
So good.
good. It is so romantic, and she's such a good, strong female character. Like when she picks him up, she's like, "Anything you can carry? Can I have your word on that?" And then she picks up the prince.
And like
Oh, it's
her
so
friend, her
good.
little guy friend, and like the 2 old lady like servants.
Stop.
Okay, well, we could go on and on.
Well,
Mom,
it
but
is number
should be-
3. Okay. Well, when we get to you guys, is
3 is just the second loser.
I agree. The first losers.
Okay. So obviously
Their
we
first
should
loser.
definitely watch that because that's these guys' favorite. And you guys, that was about, when did that come out? About your teenage years, right? And
Like
I don't
early
know, maybe they're
2000s. I feel like it.
early 2000s.
Don't blame this on youthful indiscretion. That movie slaps. So good.
Objectively speaking,
I'm just-
Well,
you're right.
okay. Well, okay, because so it will explain my next 2.
1998.
I wasn't born.
1998. You were born.
I wasn't even born, so
Oh,
that's still my favorite.
Still her number 1.
Because Drew Barrymore is a vision.
she is. She is the best. Okay,
Okay,
so
Mom.
my number 2 is Cinderella with Brandy.
That is also my number 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, great. Yeah.
Okay, Mom, good job. Good job.
And I remember, so Nicole's son Graham, he loves the Disney Cinderella. And I was at their house one day and I said, "Have you ever seen Cinderella with Brandy?" And so I showed it to him, and I showed it to all your kids, and they were, well, especially Graham, he was just mesmerized.
Oh, yeah.
Brandy is so cute, and the stepsisters and the stepmother and the
Bernadette
prince.
Peters.
Bernadette
Bernadette
Peters, Whoopi
Peters.
Goldberg, Whitney Houston,
Jason
Jason
Alexander.
Alexander. It's quality. Now it's not Ever After quality, Mom, but it's
I don't
quality.
remember who played the prince, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything.
But he's not like he's ethnically diverse. He's like Asian, and Whoopi
Yeah.
Goldberg is black, and his mom and his dad is white. It
it was magic.
Yeah,
The
it was a
sweetest
colorblind cat.
sound I'll ever know. I watched it recently. It's great.
So good.
Did you? It is
holds up.
so,
It holds
well,
up.
it does, and it's so charming and so innocent and just, yeah, I love it. I was trying to think of what my favorite part was. Whitney Houston. I just love Whitney Houston. She is, I'm
And her
a big
dress.
fan.
It's like that glittery.
Oh yes.
Okay, wait, Mom. I think I'm gonna take a stab at your number 1.
Okay. What do you think it is?
Slipper in the Rose.
Yep. I saw that. I saw it in the theater, and I was a young teenager. I don't know when it came out. It just rocked my world. It just totally changed my world. I mean, Richard Chamberlain, he's so good looking. And I thought Cinderella was gorgeous. I loved the music. It's such a charming show. And I think the problem now is like you rent it or you get it and it's not in high definition and it's blurry, and it's still absolutely still one of my favorite movies.
It's wonderful. It's so great.
So good. But yeah, that's my favorite.
With the powdered wigs and the old
Yeah.
And she's got that like fur collar. And is it the one
No.
that's like, yeah, it's great. Yep.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so
I
good.
agree.
Yeah, very kind of French provincial, and oh yeah, the king. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so that's my favorite.
Love it.
So let's see, Jake. Okay.
Me,
Jessica.
Lester.
You're next.
Letters
Okay.
are hard. So my two honorable mentions are Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. And then I don't know if this one really counts, but Ella Enchanted. with
Oh, I
Anne
put it.
Hathaway,
That's on my
I
list.
put it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
which I think is a much better book than a movie.
Book was way better.
Way better, but it's definitely on the honorable mention. So,
Anne Hathaway, you gotta love her.
oh, so good.
So great.
So my number 5 is Slipper and the Rose.
Okay.
Number
Good.
4 is the 1965 Rodgers and Hammerstein version
Ooh,
of
That
Cinderella.
was somewhere on my list,
With-
but not.
I remember that one. It's so, again, so innocent and
Yeah.
just really, really lovely.
Yes, but I think we watched that one before the Brandy one came out. So
I bet we
we were
did.
already familiar with the Rodgers and Hammerstein music,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Brandy version just made it that much better. Number 3, this is the one I bet you've all forgotten about even exists, and it is so good. The Fairy Tale Theater, 1985, Jennifer Beals and Matthew Broderick, Cinderella.
I didn't forget that one.
I didn't either. I almost made that my number 5 because
I-
it's so good. Have you seen that, Kennedy?
No, I haven't seen like most of these you're talking about. I'm like, I haven't seen the one with Brandy or the
Oh.
Rose one.
Slipper and the Rose.
Oh,
Good catch up on my Cinderella.
Matthew
Yeah, you
Broderick
do.
is so young.
I remember.
Broderick.
And the stepsisters, remember the scene where the stepsisters eating the grapes on the couch and the other one's painting her? So good.
would you like some ham?
Yes.
Say that all the time.
Oh.
did.
It is so funny. And that's the one I was talking about, Mom, the other night when I was like, where is the ball? Like in a pergola, like a,
Oh yeah.
because it's open. They're like outside.
Yep.
Anyway, I looked it up to see if you could buy it on Amazon. The DVD is like $40.
I think we should buy it.
Because it's a
Yeah.
treasure.
You can't
Worth
get it
it.
anywhere. Or...
I don't know, but and that fairy godmother, she like turns the actual mice, like into horses.
It's great.
It's so
Oh,
good.
yeah, that was Kennedy. You got to watch that one. It's
I'll have a movie night and just watch all of them in one night. Just bust
All
it
the
all out.
Cinderellas.
Yeah.
yeah. We
So
totally
yes, that's
did.
the one that I don't know. As a kid, I loved that one. And yeah, you're right. We used to quote that all the time as little kids.
Mhm.
And then number
Yeah.
2 is the Rodgers and Hammerstein with Brandy, of course. Just amazing. And then number 1 is Ever After. Again,
Ever After.
it's just so good. Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It was a very good interpretation of that story.
Yes.
We
And just
Leonardo
how-
da Vinci shows up, and
well, and I think it's the Cinderella that does the best job of like portraying and telling and teaching really, sorry, the concept of like the character of a person is what is the most important thing. Because right, I think that's what Cinderella is all about, right? That these stepsisters are just awful humans, and obviously they just want to marry the prince to have fame and wealth and fortune, But I think Ever After does the very best job of showing right, this Cinderella character as just like who she is as a person, right? Because even the king and the queen at the end of Ever After know that Cinderella is telling the truth, right? They know, and her name's not Cinderella, you know, but like
Danielle.
they know that she right, like that whole scene, right, when they come in and they come before and the queen just knows, like,
Yeah.
anyway. So I think that's why I love it the most, because it's like a triumph of someone who's a good person and has integrity. I don't know, I love it.
do. I love that. One of my favorite scenes is when he's getting married to the wrong girl and she's just bawling and
Crying.
she comes out.
That's great. And then the guy she goes and kisses is like this balding chubby man. Great.
And Leonardo da Vinci is the fairy godmother.
Mom,
So cute.
you don't need to explain it to us. It got our number one spot.
Oh, that's number one.
Okay, Kate, your top 5?
Okay, many of these are repeats, except number 5, and I had to put it in there, so it made the number 5 slot, and it's Into the Woods, because I just love that musical, and I think you can include, since Cinderella's a character, and I think that movie with Anna Kendrick is so great, so that made number 5. I know you could argue it's not really a Cinderella retelling, so I understand.
No, I had that on my list. I mean, way down, but because that's such a great movie. But yeah, good.
Love it.
That's good.
Slipper in the Rose comes in at number 4.
Okay.
Just nostalgia
going
is
back to-
a huge part of that.
Going back to Into the Woods, Bernadette Peters, wasn't she the original
Witch.
witch on Broadway?
Broadway.
See, so then she's the stepmother. It's just perfect.
Just all comes together.
Yeah.
And then number 3, I have Ella Enchanted, and it got such a high spot because that book was meant so much to me. So that comes in at number 3. And I love Prince Char. I loved Prince Char my whole life, and how she's about to stab him and she's like, no, I will not obey. It's great. Okay. And
Yes,
then
I have to say, I hated that movie because I loved the book so much. And the movie was just not, it was so different. And I still, every once in a while, will just pick up that book and read it because it's an easy read and it's so
good.
cute and so romantic.
I love it. I love the concept. I love it. And I love Anne Hathaway. And then number 2, Cinderella with Brandy, definitely holds up. If you haven't watched that one in a while, that's your next watch. But they all dwarf in comparison to Ever After because I love that movie so much. It is a beauty from start to finish.
So romantic.
It's so good. Okay, that's all.
I agree that it is a great movie. I just didn't put it first. Okay, Kennedy.
I'll never forgive you.
Okay, so I just gotta make sure 1, 2, 3, because I put my whole list on here, so I have to make sure that I have my top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so A Cinderella Story was my number 5, just because I do love it. It's a classic. It's a good one. The other one I put on here is called Cinderella Story, and it's with Selena Gomez, where she's a dancer, and like she would dance with Drew Seeley, and it's like so cute. I love that one. So that's like what I grew up off of, and like listening to those songs and stuff like that. So
I haven't seen that one, but I did look it up,
Great.
and because I was just looking up Cinderella ones, and somebody put it first on their list, so I need to see it.
Take.
It's so good.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
I liked it more than A Cinderella Story, but that's probably just because A Cinderella Story was like when I was really little, and then like in my teenage years it was like with Selena Gomez, so it was like my favorite. But and then I put Ella Enchanted. I do love Prince Char. He's a good looking guy. And then I love the Cinderella with Lily James. I just like thought it was so magical, and like her like quote that's like, be kind, have courage, and always believe in a little magic. Like It's just so cute. And it kind of goes off of like the same thing that Jess was talking about, how like she just like needs to be a good person and have courage and be kind to everyone. And so I love that one. And it's just some like sparkly, the dresses, it's all just
Oh,
like
her dress is so beautiful.
big. Yes.
Oh, it's lovely.
I
No,
love
and
that
I
one.
love Lily James. I think she is so cute and charming and beautiful.
She
And
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
That one
Definitely
got an
wants to be
honorable
there.
mention for me, and the Cinderella Story and What a Girl Wants with Amanda Bynes, which I will
Ah.
argue is a Cinderella retelling, and I love that movie. So there you go.
What a
Yeah, it
girl
could be.
wants.
It has Colin
Mom.
Firth in it.
It
He's
does. He's her dad. Anyway,
the one.
I know I've seen it, but now I remember Colin Firth and they dance at the end.
Yep.
Her dad's British. She goes to Britain to like
find him.
be with him.
Oh yeah.
She meets her
He
stepsisters.
is engaged or married? Engaged.
He's engaged.
Engaged to the, wicked woman. who-
Oh,
Stepmother.
that's right.
That's great.
right.
It gets an
Yeah,
honorable mention.
Her
It
love
gets
interest
mentioned.
is super cute. He rides a motorcycle.
that's right. Okay, I remember that now.
That was a
Yeah.
good one.
I
watched that
haven't thought of it
recently.
as a Cinderella story, but
Well, it showed up on a list and I love it. I rewatched it recently, so I was like, it counts. Totally counts.
Good one.
for sure. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, Kennedy. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I can't remember if I'm on 2 or 1, but my number 1 is Ever After. I love that one. It's just so good. I love that like they meet and they're friends first, and like they kind of like you like see them fall in love, and you see them kind of. It's not just, oh, she goes to the ball and sees him and falls in love with him. It's like it's that buildup of like them falling in love. That's like my favorite part of any story, like romantic. It's just how they met and how they like got there. You know what I mean? The journey. So I liked that one.
Yeah, I love
Um,
that she makes him a better person. She
Yeah.
makes him want to be a better person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very deep. I just like, yeah, like all the characters are very deep and
Mhm.
so good. One of my like honorable mentions was it's called Rags. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that one, but it's with a guy. It's like a singer, like he's like a singer, and he like writes songs and stuff, and then his stepbrothers are like, you're never gonna make it, you know what I mean? Anyways, it's like the opposite. So the guy's the Cinderella, and the girl is like this pop star, and they like fall in love and stuff. Anyways, you could watch that one. It's really good. But that was an
Okay.
honorable mention because my
Wow.
family loves that one, and he raps. So he's like a rap singer, like Cinderella. So pretty cool.
I love
Pretty
it.
cool.
Okay, it's called Rags.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll have
Rags.
to look that one up.
Yeah.
Cute.
Or did I look it up? Oh,
Yeah, show the pictures.
Where's my camera?
You have to click the little.
Yeah, we can't see. We're just this is unhelpful.
That's Rags. It's with Kiki
Oh.
Palmer and Max Schneider. That's
It's
the like.
Nickelodeon, so you know
Yeah,
it's
okay.
quality.
It's Nickelodeon. That's what yeah.
Oh,
Love
cute.
it. What else
Okay.
is she in?
Love it.
She's in True Jackson,
Kiki
also another
Palmer.
Nickelodeon. She's in
When she's littler. What is she in when she's littler? I'll figure it
oh
out.
the Spelling Bee one.
Yeah.
Aquila and the Bee.
Yeah.
Cool.
So good.
Another really good movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nicole.
Nicole.
All right. So my number 5 was the Lily James one. I like that one as well. Kenneth Branagh directed, and I like him too.
Yeah.
And then number 4 was the original animated Cinderella, and then number 3 was Ella Enchanted, with the caveat that it's the book. I liked the movie okay, but the book I loved. I loved that book.
Mhm. I
So
agree.
good. Then Cinderella with Brandy, and then Ever After. But my 2 honorable mentions are Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff and Cinderfella from 60. Ed Wynn plays the fairy godmother. He's the guy in Mary Poppins, the guy that laughs.
Oh yeah, Uncle Albert.
Oh.
That guy.
So have you watched it?
I have seen it. It's been a long time and I didn't rewatch it, but I remember thinking it was cute. So it is also, I think it's Jerry Lewis is
Mhm.
Cinderfella.
Mhm.
And
I saw it years and years and years and years ago. I don't remember anything except Jerry Lewis, and he was kind of weird. But
It's odd. But it made my honorable mention.
It gets an honorable mention.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one has mentioned Cinderella, but I haven't seen that either.
Elmo. Oh, we've
You know,
seen
that one shows up on a lot of internet lists, so maybe
Yep.
we should
I
watch
like
it.
that one. It's a good one. Cinderella.
Huh, okay,
Yep, we watched that a lot when Calvin was little.
Oh, that's awesome.
He went through
really?
Sesame Street phase. Yeah, we
Huh.
would get it from the library.
Huh,
It's very cute.
okay.
Recommend.
Well, that is just so wonderful. So I'm, we're almost done, but I ask everybody this question. Think about what's your favorite romantic movie? Since we're just, talking about movies, what is your favorite romantic movie?
We weren't prepped for this.
I know. Does
You.
anybody have one? They're ready? Are you
Yeah,
ready?
I
Kennedy?
love Sense and Sensibility.
With Kate Winslet.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that version. I love that one. And I love The Young Victoria. That's one of my
With
favorites.
Emily Blunt.
Yes.
So romantic.
I love those.
I love that one. Okay. Kennedy, you got one?
I'm a Nicholas Sparks kind of girl. I like The Choice. I don't know if you've ever seen that one, but I
But
love that movie. It's with Teresa Palmer. She's like the blonde, like super bleach blonde.
Okay.
But it's just really good. You guys should watch it.
Okay.
Who
I don't
else?
think
Who's
I've
the
seen
guy
that
in
one.
that?
I have never seen him in anything else. I can look his name up. But yeah, I haven't ever seen him before.
Okay. I'll have to remember that one. I did love A Walk to Remember. That was,
That one's so cute.
Heartbreaking.
yeah.
Love that movie.
Okay. Anyone else? Jess?
I have suddenly forgotten every movie I've ever seen.
No.
Have I seen a movie? No.
What's romance? I don't know.
No. Is romance dead? Maybe.
I think mine would be The 6 Hour Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, I
Right.
was gonna say that one just because that's, I don't know, feels like that's what we grew up on.
We did.
That's what I thought love was. No, I'm just kidding. So, but I'll keep thinking. I'll get back to you on that.
I would agree with Nicole. I love that Sense and Sensibility. That very last scene
Oh,
where they're all looking out the window and or they're looking into the window and she climbs up into the tree house and
Yes.
they're all just crying. And Alan Rickman is Colonel Brandon.
Alan Rickman is the best part of that movie.
Yes, he's
love
so
him.
good.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
that last scene is one of my favorite movie scenes ever, where Hugh Grant is, she's bawling and
Oh. I would also say I really loved Shakespeare in Love.
That's top of my list too.
I really like that movie. And my favorite romantic comedy I think of all time is Hitch.
Oh, I was going to say that too. That is definitely one of my favorites.
I love Hitch.
It's good.
So cute.
I like Phantom of the Opera. I just thought of that. I was like, wait, I love that one.
Demi Rawson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is very romantic.
That one's so good. Raul.
It's so visually stunning.
Oh, also another great romantic comedy, What's Up, Doc?
I love
With
that one.
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
That
We
is
watched
one of
that
my
a lot.
all-time favorite movies. What's Up, Doc?
Mm-hmm.
I also love Bringing Up Baby.
Oh, I love that one.
Cary Grant one.
Yeah. So good. Now that you say that, I think Farmer's Daughter is probably my favorite romantic movie, with
That's a very good one.
that old one with Loretta Young. I love that one. So romantic. All right, Kate, you got any others you want to?
We're back to you.
No, I love all of those. I love all of the Jane Austens. I love all of those. I think I love Shakespeare in Love. I love all of them.
We're going to be back in December when it's Jane Austen's birthday. I think I've warned everyone, and we're going to talk about our favorite Jane Austen adaptations. Maybe just Pride and Prejudice. I don't know. We'll think about that. But thank you guys so much for being here. This has been really, really fun.
So fun.
And thank you, readers, for hanging in there with us. And we hope you found some new movies to watch.